Now that recreational cannabis is legal in New York, smoke shops are popping up all over the city. But some New Yorkers are concerned these new businesses may be selling marijuana and tobacco products without a license. Later today, a city council hearing will explore the potential health and safety concerns of these unlicensed smoke shops. Bronx Councilwoman Marjorie Velasquez joins us now, chair of the Committee on Health and a co-host of today's meeting. Good morning, Councilwoman.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well. And what is your main concern about the smoke shops? Does the city have oversight over their operations?
Well, the city does. So just to clarify, I'm the chair of the Committee on Consumer and Worker Protection. The chair of health is Lynn Schulman, Councilmember Schulman. What we're doing combined, it's me, it's Lynn Schulman, and it's also the chair of oversight, which is Gail Brewer. We've all three teamed up to make sure that we're holding not only the city accountable and their agencies, but also the state, and coming with a plan to make sure that our communities are protected from unlicensed retailers, because we don't know what they're selling. We don't know the quality of the stuff they're selling. And in my community, we saw the dangerous effects of K2, and we had to fight through that. And we don't want to see that happening throughout the city. And we want to take the lead and stop this and work together to make sure we're holding smoke shops accountable, especially the unlicensed ones.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about the unlicensed cannabis sales that are happening. How large a problem is this?
Well, what we're seeing is more so unlicensed smoke shops, period, right? And so we have to make sure that folks understand that there's two different worlds in which our smoke shops are held accountable. One, through New York City, we have the tobacco licensing, and that's what the city can hold folks accountable to. Then on the state side is where we are dealing with the cannabis sales. So what we're trying today is to force a conversation and certainly a plan of action. Right now, what we're doing in our offices, whenever we receive calls about illegal cannabis sales through these smoke shops, through these various trucks, is work with OCM, which is the Office of Cannabis Management. We would like to streamline it much further and make sure that there is an agency within New York City that can handle the enforcement in a much rapid rate, and folks understand and raise the awareness and education. And that's the piece that we really want to emphasize today to the consumer, to understand what their rights are, where they can turn to within New York City, and certainly amplify the education that this store should not be open. And these are the things that you can do to shut it down.
And how does the proliferation of these businesses impact local communities and neighborhoods?
Well, it affects us greatly. What we're seeing is rappers and children bringing these illegal cannabis items to their schools. And so it's working within the community to make sure that we're stopping this from the beginning, and our children aren't impacted. What we're seeing also is these smoke shops trying to pop up less than 500 feet from schools, and that's another thing that is illegal. So we are literally trying to stop it before it becomes even a bigger crisis.
So how should the city regulate these shops?
Well, the city currently issues violations and penalties on illegal tobacco sales. What we're trying to do is coordinate to make sure that the city has a level of enforcement with the illegal cannabis sales as well, and coordinate that effort with OCM to make sure that our communities have a safe space to turn to and just hold these bad actors accountable. What we're seeing when you do have illegal cannabis sales through these smoke shops, you're also devaluing the licenses that just have been granted. And there's currently only one smoke shop cannabis shop that is open in New York City for sale, and it is in Manhattan. So if you do see any smoke shop that claims that they can sell cannabis products, no, shut them down and call us and we'll work with it.
But how long is it going to take to get that action in place to shut them down?
So typically for us, what we had experienced is about a 3-week window when we have called and worked with OCM. So that's when I'm telling you we would like to expedite that and have it in a shorter time schedule.
All right, Councilwoman Marjorie Velasquez, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us this morning. We really appreciate it.
Sure. Thanks.
The public oversight hearing on unlicensed smoke shops will take place at 10 a.m. this morning.